Hello there everyone, this is Iron Mark 3 and welcome back to the build of my super cheapo, not so cheapo fortress thingy Bobby for the Netta Cruise. We're at 38,500 resource now, so, you know, it's about as expensive as the ships that have been deployed at the time of recording. More or less. I mean, at the time of recording we deployed some like 40,000 odd cost ships, so this is roughly the price of one of those already, and we don't have any weapons or anything installed yet, so yeah, this is going about as well as expected. With me messing up, basically, but you know, can't have everything, can we? This time around I'm planning to add detection and weapon systems, maybe the AI, but it depends on how far I actually get and how distracted I get by going off on a tangent, going like, ooh, it'd be cool if I added in flashing pink lights and stuff like that. Hey, it's been known to happen, okay? Speaking of, I do actually need to add in some lights, don't I? No, focus, no. Bad Iron Mark 3. Bad Iron Mark 3. I'm just adding in a bit of extra reinforcement here because we do want a degree of separation and we want some extra armour around the base plate, like that. So yeah, that's going to help. Once again, we've got the problem with armor thickness going on down here, so let's add in a bit more thickness. This is not going to be like the most durable hull. The hull's only really going to be good against minor impacts for the most part, but it's going to do the job. Yeah, it's going to do the job. Something we don't have yet though is actually material storage. We also don't have the AI, of course, or AIs. Actually, let's take a leaf out of Razul's book here as well. Actually, so AI mainframe. I'm going to install them in the sides, like around here. Let's add a layer of armoring behind the behind these outer stacks. Which means that basically I need to put in some metal beams in here as well. So there we go. I'm just solidifying the top armour of these stack sections now. To be fair, the outer stacks are going to be like a major target point. So, you know. No, I didn't need that one. I needed that one. Then we need a beam of 2 because that's where the exhaust is. And a beam of 4 like that. Okay. And apparently I missed a foot block here. And a couple of blocks in the actual outer hull. So yeah. Apparently there's a little bit of a hollow in the outer hull, which I didn't realise. Also, I didn't go around filling this in, did I? No. Whoops. So, once again, as you can see, I'm already messing up. So this needs to be a beam 2, actually. To properly fill this out. Wait. That's a beam 4, right. What are you then? You're a beam... Oh, it's because there's a floorboard still left on this side. Oh, darn it. OCD strikes me. I must correct this. I do apologise, but yes. There we go. Well, I don't know if I've actually got OCD, to be quite fair. But I feel compelled to correct this and do it quote-unquote properly, so I guess that's a form of OCD? Maybe. That goes in there. Okay, right. What about you? You are correct, right? Are you correct? Yes, you are correct. Nope. Right. Didn't actually get around to finishing you. There we go. Fixed. Yep, totally fixed. All right. Sorry about that. Okay. Right, I'm going to put these mainframes down here. So you are AI Core 1, just like that. You are just AI Core 2. Yes, I know, I'm being really original with these names, aren't I? But, you know. I don't normally do multi-core things. AI Core 3. But in this case, it's just to make the fortress harder to knock out. So there we go. AI Core 4. Done. Also, yeah, no, that's an exhaust there. So, yeah, that's me. Right. AI wireless transmitter. So this is going to be like multiple cores. They're all going to be. This is the entire core network system though. So basically, to torch the AI primary controls of this fortress, you need to torch the entire, well, one of the wings of the fort. End of the day, one of the wings of the fort must be destroyed to torch the entire thing. And then the AI actual cards and things are actually going to be in the heart of the fortress here, near the engine. So AI connector, like that, because I've got a plan for that spot just above that, so that's why I left that spare. So that's going to be like that. And then we've got some basic stuff to put in, so a wireless spur. Yep. A wireless receiver, so this one is connected to the AI cores. An intra-vehicle transmitter. Yep, there we go. So that'll make sure that this craft is connected to all other vessels in the area for sharing of information and stuff. And we also need the cards as well. So AI cards and slots. Oh no, that needs to be vertical actually. There we go, yeah. Cards and slots, target priority, aim point select, and a fortress class AI card. So there we go. That's some decent cards in place actually. Right, let's actually do something I mentioned earlier, which is I'm going to put in some resource storage behind these armoured bulkheads going up the side of the tower. So we might as well add some of that now. So we'll add some regular old material storage boxes in the space left behind by the engine. Actually, this is not bad at all. Oh, we didn't have any buttons here. Okay. Okay. Not sealed off. What? Where's it not sealed off? It is sealed off, unless it goes somewhere else. Oh, I don't know. Yeah, just filling in around the engine is actually giving you massive storage already. What can we store? Right now we can actually store 109,000 material just by filling in this upper section with resource storage. And that is absolutely fine by me. Except for the fact that it's not a round number. Actually, now it is 110. Okay, that's fine. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. That is fine. 110,000 resource storage. On the bright side though, because it stores so much, it should have a really good resource resupply range. Yeah, fortress. What is your resupply range? I wish to... Oh, yeah, there it is. It's actually pretty big. It's barely on the edge of this screen, I think. So yeah, that's okay. It can supply foot units and things within a reasonable distance. So yeah. That does mean I need to add more of course, because you know more is better. But turn off R. It's beyond the horizon basically. So anything generally near this thing can get resources. Razul said it's like between 1 and 5 kilometers. Actually, if you have barely any resource, it's considerably lower than a kilometer. But it does cap out at quite a decent distance actually. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, let us actually get a defensive weapon system installed now. So AI mainframe, what are we at? We are at 41,000 resource cost. We want a luck weapon controller with a fail safo and a wireless, yeah, just a wireless. So there we go, right, so that's that. Just a bit of extra protection for the weapon controls, so, you know, just in case. Just in case. There we go. And we're going to have an advanced cannon system up here, or maybe a cram cannon system. This particular fortress is not built for, like, internalized weapons, though. It's not with this design. So I think an advanced cannon is actually my best bet. So, 1-axis turret. Yep. How do I want to go about this? You know what? Let's make it dangerous. Yeah, quote unquote dangerous. That is what I'm gonna do. Haha. Right. Advanced cannon, firing pieces. Right. Then we want a 3-meter mantle because this is an anti-surface weapon / distance weapon. It's not really going to help if something gets in the air nearby. We'll have other things for that. Mantle, give me a 3-meter tall, like that. We want this to be a kind of a heavy gauge, so it's like, oh, you've actually come to my fortress. Bugger off! I don't want you here. Go away. That's kind of the message I want to give here. So it's going to be 500mm barrels, and right. So standard stuff for the barrels, of course. I'm going to put in a bore evacuator to just help it load a little bit faster. Then we want decent length of the barrels, so let's put a heavy barrel section there. Oh, heavy barrel end. No. Well, yeah, bore evacuators are bigger, so. There we go. A massive weapon that says, nope, I don't want you to be here, so go away pretty please with sugar on top or I'll blow you to pieces. That's exactly the message I want to send. Perfect. Then let's make sure it's got some cooling on it, because, you know, it's going to need a heck of a bit of cooldown, because if it's a 500mm shell, it's going to be really slow firing, which is actually a concern. Maybe not. What happens if I get you to 2 barrels? If I set you to 2 barrels, what are you? You are a... ...250... yeah. 250mm shells, double barrel, for increase the firing rate, because the cheapest way by far to increase fire rate is just flat out add another barrel. So yeah, 250mm barrels. That's still a really nasty shell. Well, shell bore, shell caliber, shell whatever you want to call it. But it's going to be okay. So, as I said, cooling. There is of course the fact that I've not actually got a shell yet. Don't worry, I've not forgotten. we go. Don't need recoil absorbers because it's a fortress-based cannon. And yeah, that looks alright. Okay, let's actually get a shell. And it's not going to be a super massive shell, maybe like only a 4 to help cut down on the costs of it. Let's see what we can do with a 4 if we put it into here, in the back of the turret. Right, so a 4, put on a HE head, set it to 250. It's a 1,500mm shell in total, so it needs 2 meter shell racks. What's it do? I want to get the thing down. So bleed base, single that, and then HE. What are you? You are a 1,900 explosive shell. Actually, flat out, a cram cannon would outperform this quite severely, actually, with ease. So yeah, this is not a good shell, not really, except for the fact that it's pretty fast. So yeah, that would be outperformed by a cram cannon. Not what I'm looking for. 101. Let's put a composite head on it. Shell velocity does increase a little. The main problem is, of course, the fact I've got only a single gunpowder. Okay, so a composite head, single HE becomes 773 HE, 12.5, 5,800 kinetic. So a HE/kinetic shell. Only 12.5 armor piercing, but it also delivers 700 blast, so it'll damage any weaker blocks near it as well. 500 meters per second. What's its cooldown? Yeah, reload time from clip. That's the problem with the caliber. That 14.5 second cooldown on it. That's not too bad. Not too bad actually. It's 1,350mm. No, it's 1,500. Let's increase the shell length slightly more. Actually, make it a more effective shell for the space. No, we want a composite head. Doi, composite head. Shell middle is going to be more HE warheads. 250. What's that done to it? 6.8. More kinetic damage because it's a bigger shell, but it's slowed it down slightly. I've maintained the cooldown though, 14.5. Actually, if I increase the base of the gun, then bleeder base, HE composites, 1,200 blast, 7,000 kinetic, 10.2 AP, 16.7 second cooldown. That's not too bad actually. Yeah, that's okay. Right. Okay, that's what I'm going to go with, and that means I need 2 meter racks for it, which is going to be another issue. So, advanced cannon. I'm aware I'm spending the entire time on this particular video just building the cannon, aren't I? Basically. It's a bit too close to that. I think I want it... No, that's also a bit too close. I'm going to have to raise this up slightly on 2 bumps for this. Yeah. Okay. Right, let's see what this does to it then. I need a 6-way connector, followed by a 2 meter autoloader, which has ammo clips and 2 meter shells in it, solid clips as well, reduces the lag slightly. Okay, and ammo input feeders, which will ensure that this thing is decent. Woo. Right. Not too bad. Okay. So of course these need to be set to the shell. Question. Actually, which way around are these? That one there might restrict the turning, so don't put it in. But yeah, another problem with the bigger gauge, of course, is that it's slower to load it. Actually, if I just invert this one, I can make use of it as well. There we go. Plenty of shells. Right, it's loading. It's got 13 shells in 2 racks, which cuts the loading time in half for these particular ones. 0.71 autoloader length. Multiple clips. 0.58, 0.41. Okay, right. This should be reasonably firing when it's got the wet shells loaded. So we do need to test this. You can't build a cannon without testing it. Of course you can't. I should get up there because I'm currently somewhere in the bowels of the fortress. There we go. Oh, well, we're in range to control it anyway. Seven-second cooldown. That's actually not. We can improve that. That's absolutely fine. All right. Okay, let's drop this side as well. Okay, so what's that done to it? It is now 5. Yeah, it's down to a 5-second cooldown now, which might be too much for the barrels now. Yeah, we're outpacing the autoloaders at this point. We'd be fine on a single barrel, so we actually need to double up the loaders. Ooh, okay. So what's the bonus on this? 0.35 from that. What happens if we... Sorry, this is just focusing on this, isn't it? Take this. And do it like that. So it's now treble rather than quad. Yes, that is true. But yeah, that needs to be inverted. Click. It's treble rather than quad, but we've twinned up the loaders, so. Still in the same cluster, which actually from 0.31 to 0.49, so it's lost. It loads a good bit slower now because of that. But there's 2 of them, so that's a 0.25 rather than 0.39. Actually, that's not a decent trade-off at all, is it? Oh, darn it! So I need to do it like this if I want to maintain that big loader bonus. No, I need it upside down for that. I don't want to do it like. Sorry, this is when I get absorbed by the design factors, isn't it? Yeah, this is what happens when I go. Ooh, I want to do this. I want to toy around with this bit. Ooh, what happens if I do that? Oh well, this is like cannon building, pure and simple. Right, force you to take all that. Force you to take all that. The entire part's been spent on this weapon, though, because complex cannons, if you can start getting stuck into it, it's like, you know, it takes a while. but those will get the .31 and it'll get extras as well. So this is actually going to be like a 4-barrel salvo kind of thing, unless I add in a firing limit to it. There's a 20% penalty because of the number of autoloaders, so that is a thing that's now in effect, but that's not too bad overall, is it? So yeah, let's let that load and actually get on to another system. Since this is the weapon episode, of course, I'm going to add in the secondary weapon bank now, which is going to be a new AI weapon. No, I need a new miscellaneous. New object. I need a spin lock. There we go. Press N for the mirror mode. And then we need the light blocks to make use of this, because it's going to be a bit of an addition. No, increase it. Yeah, about here. It would help if I had P mode on, wouldn't it? I can't tell where my mirror mode is. Hang on. Which way is forward? Damn it! I can't see! I can't see! Where's my arrow? What a... Ah, it's that way. Right. A bit more. There's my arrow. Right. There's the mirror. Ah, perfect. Right. There we go. And the cannon should be loaded and ready for firing, actually, now. Continue, though. Because this is going to be a missile system. There we go. Okay, let's actually switch back to the cannon and do the test fire again. Because, you know, big things go boom, that's what we need to test, so... Big salvo, 4 shells, 5.11 seconds. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Yep, the cannons still cool down slightly faster, but it's actually doing alright. Not bad. Not bad. Okay, let's just stagger it actually. Let's add in a max fire rate of 100 and see what that does to it. So it just fires off 2 at a time in close succession. Yeah, that seems okay. Nothing wrong with a little bit of volley fire, is there? Especially if it's going straight to the enemy. Right. Yep, that seems fine. Okay. Perfect. However, I've also just realised I've just hit the end of the episode time again. Sorry. It's like 2 hours... No, it's been an hour and a half now at this point. This is part 3. Missiles. Connect. Launchpad. How big do I actually want these to be? I guess that's the issue, isn't it? I'll have to think about that for a few moments, but yeah, might as well end it there. This has been Iron Mark 3. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you guys are enjoying the show of me building this fortress. Sorry it's taken me so long to do it, but you know, this is what happens if you get absorbed in a design. See you all later.